Students mine, here's a video on stage makeup real fast. I'm going to show you the makeup that I use first, and then I will do one half of my face to show you how to apply it. So first off, we're going to start with a cream-based makeup. This can be liquid or it can be in a pack like this. I don't recommend pancake, however, because it doesn't blend well. Okay, so we're going to start off, we're going to do basically the whole face from here. You can use a sponge for this or your finger, either one works. You're going to want to do a nice even coat all the way down over your jawbone and blend it down into your neck. Make sure that you get a color that matches your skin tone as closely as possible. This one is a little bit light for me because I've been tanning this summer. Alright, great. Done with that. Next we're going to go to a low light here. So mine is pretty dark with a little bit of a red tint. Again, you're going to try to find something that matches your coloring. I have the red tint since I tend toward cream and pink. So first we're going to start out, and you can use your finger for this, or you can use a brush like this one here. I'm going to start, if you suck in your cheeks, you can see that there's a line that goes from about mid-ear all the way down, and I'm going to start way back here and just draw a straight line to about the middle of my cheek. I know that seems pretty dark, but it's okay. We'll blend it later and it'll be good. Okay? Next, I'm going to use my brush for this. I'm going to draw a fine line straight down my nose like that. Okay, that's on the side of my nose, not in the center. And of course, if I was doing full stage makeup, I would do one on the other side. Okay. Next, we're going to find this crease in our eye, right here on me. If you don't have much of a crease there, fake it. And there we go. Last one, we're going to do along the bottom edge of our jaw. So this would be right on the jaw, and we're going to do a little bit lower than that. Okay. Next, we're going to use our fingers. This one on our jaw, we're basically going to leave that top edge where it is and just pull down the edges here. Smooth it out a bit. Just like that. Bottom one, same thing. Just gonna pull it this way a bit. And then smooth it out. Okay, same thing here. Leave this hard line and pull it down your nose. See? This one, we're going to leave the hard line down here and smooth it up. Now you see I'm cleaning up the edges a little bit so it doesn't go too far. There we go. Next, we're going to take our highlighter, which is again is a cream pack for me. It could also be a stick if you wanted to buy a stick instead. Same goes for the low light. And we're going to highlight a lot of places. We're going to highlight on the top of our cheekbone, starting just under our eye and going out. We're going to highlight underneath our eye in a half circle, and then down next to our nose. We're going to highlight the top of our nose, above the brow, okay, and now remember that dark line we did slightly underneath the jaw? We're going to go directly on the jaw at this point, right above that dark line. Again, you can use your finger or a brush for this. Alright, now we're going to do a similar thing. Oops, one more. The top of the eye, right here. Now, we're going to do a similar thing that we did with the low lights, where we fade it out and up. Okay. This one on my cheekbone, I'm just kind of generally smudging so it looks less like a line, and connecting it up here to this top one. This one pulling down for the most part. Okay. This one we're basically going to leave pretty hard, just soften the edges a tiny bit. And then this one you fade up a bit. Okay. Just smoothing this out across, trying to keep as hard a line in that crease as possible between the white and the light and the dark. That's a good clarification. Make sure that the highlight you're using isn't dead white, but it's a cream or a lighter color than your skin tone. Okay, dead white really catches the light on stage and looks really fake. Okay, last little bit we're going to do here is an outline of your lips. And fade it down. There you go. It's okay if you get it on your lips because we're going to cover those with lipstick anyway. Okay. From here, we're going to take a powder. Now it's fine if you have a loose powder or you can have a compact powder like mine. You can also use a brush to apply it, but I much prefer a pad like this because powder stays a lot better if you press it into your skin as opposed to fluffing it everywhere. Watch. So I'm going to get a lot on here by rubbing it in here. And then I'm going to press it into my skin by rolling back and forth everywhere that I've since applied makeup. All good? And you notice that it evens out some of the tone of the lighter and the darker colors, so they look a little less fake. Great. From here, I'm going to move on to the brow. Now I have a Micro Brow Pencil, very fancy, and it has very, very tiny nib at the end. If you would like to use one of these, definitely go for it, or you can just use an eyeliner pencil. I'm going to use this one first, and then on my other eyebrow I'll show you with the eyeliner. So for this micro brow, I'm going to outline my eye in little short brushes here always going towards the outside of my head. Just along the hairline, and it's going to come to a nice little point here. And then I go along the top. And then I'm going to fill in a little bit here. And use the other end to brush it out a little bit, make it a little less harsh. I like to go from the top and the bottom to smooth out those lines, and then even it out by going along the top once more and smoothing out these lines. Okay. Great, so that's version 1.